All right. I have 5:30 p.m. right now, so let's begin. Welcome. Sorry that I skipped last week's class. There was some work-related emergency, but I'm gonna teach the same flow that I designed last week, so you're not missing anything. To start, come into Sukhasana with your left shin to the front. You might want to hop yourself on a folded blanket or pillow. With your left leg to the front, open your knees towards the ground. Forgot to mention that you might need 2 blocks at least, or something similar like 2 big books, because for today's class, I think at some point we need extra support. Once you collected everything that you needed for practice today, come into Sukhasana with your left shin to the front. Hands, palms facing down on the top of your knees. And just simply close your eyes, or at least let your eyelids feel heavy. And if you feel more comfortable with your eyes opening, try to find the spot in front of you on the ground that you can focus on. With breathe in, that feel the weight drop through your low back, to your sit bone, and all the way to the space beneath you. With the sound of your breath, start noticing the change of heat within you. Notice the change of the rhythm of your breath. You might start it with a little bit shorter, a little bit more out of balance, perhaps because you just come from work or something else. But see, once your eyes closed, see if you start changing towards the direction of getting balanced. To start practice of today, we'll start with Samavritti with a count. Samavritti means equal length breathing. So we will do a count with inhale and exhale with same number. We'll gradually increase the number from 4 to 6 or to 8. And if one of those numbers does not work for you, it's perfectly fine to stay the number that you were on, or you can change it to whatever that works for you. Take a big inhale. And exhale, let everything smoothly out. Inhale for 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. And exhale, 2, 3, 4. Continue a couple more rounds on your own. Even though that your inhale might be capable of being longer than your exhale, see if you can match it to the count of 4 for now. After this round, increase the count to 6. Same as count of 4, maybe your exhalation cannot reach count of 6. You can stay at 5 or 4. Maybe you can, and just try to match both of them to the same number. Notice the changes in your body when you change the number. Notice that how your mind reacts to that change. Especially when you're increasing the number to a higher number, that you might sense some frustration. Simply observe it. Option to stay here. Option to increase the count to 8. We'll stringify the 3 different kinds of count together. We'll start with 8, then lower to 6, then lower to 4. Inhale for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exhale for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale 2, 3, 4. Exhale 2, 3, 4. Inhale 2, 3, 4. Exhale 2, 3, 4. Inhale 2, 3, 4. Exhale 2, 3, 4. Come back to your natural breath. And if it resonates with you, gather your hands as prayer in front of your heart. And cast your gaze down and slowly blink open your eyes. Switch the cross of your legs in Sukhasana. If your left shin were front, change it to right shin this time. Inhale, arms by your ears, reaching toward the sky. Press both hip bones into the ground. Exhale, fold over toward the front, hands to the ground, tend your fingertips. Maybe start even walk your fingertips further away from you. And then melt your chest toward the ground. Reach your tailbone long toward the ground while reaching the spine toward the front. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, walk your hands to the left. Frame your left knee with your arms. And exhale, fold over the left knee. Continue press the right knee toward the ground. So you feel a stretch of your right side body. Breathe in the right side of you. Press your right sit bone into the mat. And so walk your hands back to center. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Now exhale, bring that change to the right side. Frame your right knee with your arms. Notice a stretch between your left shoulder and your left hip. Continue push the left knee down to the ground. And press into the left fingertips. Breathe into the left shoulder. Next, walk your hands back to center. And so walk the hands closer to you. Bring your left foot to the front. Use your left hand, press your left knee toward the ground. Once you feel your left hip open, and start lift your left foot slightly away from the ground. You can gather your hands as prayer in front of you. And keep your left foot where the height it is away from the ground, and start slowly move it to the left and all the way to the back. Slowly bring back to the front. We'll do it twice more. And this time, when your left foot is in the back, hold it there for one long big breath. Next, drop it down. Both of your hands outside of your right knee. You can lower down to your forearms. If you like to open your hips even more, you can slide the block. The lowest height or the second height or the highest height depends on the mobility of your hips. Slide it underneath your right foot and come back to your forearms. By creating space in our hips, we're creating for opening our sacral chakra, which is creating fluidity and mobility here. Your body might be resisting because this is so different from your daily routine now, especially if you tend to sit in front of the computer for a long time. Simply observe this change. And by focusing on the breath, so you're not jumping directly to the resistance. Start walk up onto your hands again. Remove the block you have it. Gather your hands in front of your heart and lift your left foot slightly up from the ground. And as usual, bring it back to the front. And we'll switch side. Bring your right foot to the front. Use your right hand to press your right knee open. Once you got it open, gather your hands in front of your heart and lift your right foot slightly up from the ground. And open that right foot to the right, all the way to the back. Your torso might lean toward the front. Inhale, slowly bring it to the front. Keep that right foot about the same height. Twice more like that. Once your right foot to the back again, flex your right foot and press into the right heel toward the back of the room. Then release the right foot down. Bring your arms outside of your left knee and come down to your forearms. And the same as the other side, if you like to add a little bit more opening, you can slide a block with some height underneath your left foot. There's some twist in this pose, so your chest is facing down toward the ground. Notice if you're creating exactly the same amount of changes in this side, which is most likely not, since each side is different. But see if your mind is slightly a little bit more accepting, since you're visiting this second time now. Walk yourself up. Remove the block if you have it. Lift up your back foot. Start slowly. Bring to the front. Cross your legs and flip yourself around into a table pose. Padmanasana. Wrists are underneath your shoulders. Knees underneath your hips. Press into the palms. Inhale, open your chest, lift up your tailbones. For the first couple of rounds, we'll do it slowly with intention. Now exhale, round up your back. Press into your hands, press your knees. Gaze between your knees. Inhale, come back into cow pose. Exhale, round into cat. Move to a couple more rounds on your own. You can flip your palms so your fingertips are pointing towards your knees to add some stretch of your wrist. Once you're back to neutral, tuck your toes. Lift your knees slightly away from the ground. Pull your navel toward the spine. We're doing this so we are getting our core center to get engaged. It's like all the challenges we're handling in our life. We need a good steady foundation to handle them. Once you feel your core is well engaged, drop your knees down. Shift the weight onto your right knee and lift up your left knee open and draw some big circles with the left knee. Switch direction. Extend your left leg long to the hips height and open the left hip. Flex your left foot. Press into your right shin and try to hug your right outer hip in toward the midline. And draw the left knee into your chest. Your torso stay the same. And extend your left leg and open the left leg again. Draw your left knee into your chest. And open the left leg. One more time. Keep your left legs open this time. And press into your left hand so you're not leaning towards the right side. And open the left leg toward the left side. And lightly step your left foot outside of your left hand. Bring your left foot slightly towards left side. So like kind of 45 degrees outside. And your knee is facing towards that same direction as well. And climb your hands up. You can bring your left elbow on the top of your left thigh. And extend your right arm over your right ear. You can also bring your left arm by your left ear and start shift your weight. Straighten your left leg and pulse it toward the front, bend into your left leg in. A couple of times like that. And if you want to add some chest opening here, so every time when you're down, face your chest toward the ground. And every time when you're pulsing up, open your chest toward the sky. Do a couple more rounds here. Inhale. Exhale, pulse down. One more time. Release your hands down. And step your right foot outside of your right hand. Come into Malasana Yoga Squat. And if you like, slide a block and it's just sit bone, so you can sit on. Feel free to do so. Otherwise, press your elbows into your thigh bones. Press your thigh bones into your elbows. Create a resistance here. And exhale, fold over the legs. Repair your feet. Inhale, lengthen your spine. And exhale, fold over the legs. Rise up. Exhale, hand to your heart center by your side. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, left hand grab your right wrist, side bend to the left. Come back to center and side bend to the right. Right hand grab your left wrist. Come up. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, step left and right, back into high plank. In high plank, you can drop your knees down if you feel like you need more support. And bend to your elbows, hug your elbows in. Move to chaturanga. You can come all the way down to your belly. Hands by your chest. Keep hugging your elbows in. Lift your chest up for Bhujangasana, baby cobra. Next, exhale, release down. For the second round, you can come back into Bhujangasana. You can also straighten your arms. Pull your chest forward. Stay on the top of your feet. You can even lift your knees away from the ground. Come into upward facing dog. And exhale, push your tailbones up into downward facing dog. If this is your first down dog of the day, give yourself time to adjust to it. Bend into one leg and another. Once you found the stillness in the down dog again, rock forward into high plank and bend your legs. Come into table pose. You can come into the pose that lifting your knees away from the ground again if you feel like you need that to get your core engaged. Otherwise, shift the weight into the left knee and open the right knee. Draw some big circles with that right knee. Keep pressing into the right palm so you're not leaning toward the left side. Extend your right leg long and open the right hip, flex the right foot. Next, draw the right knee into the chest. Keep the shape of your spine the same. Inhale, open the right leg. Next, draw right knee into your chest. Twice more like that. And this time, let your right leg stay open. Engage your right leg, the side of your right leg, so much that it might even lift itself a little bit more. Press into the right palm and start slowly open the right leg to the right side. Lightly step your right foot outside of your right hand. Turn your left shin toward the right side. Extend it. And climb your hands, your right elbow on the top of your right thigh. Just pulse back and forth here. Once you getting used to the shape, extend your left arm by your ear. Option to bring your right arm by your right ear as well and face your chest toward the ground. And inhale, straighten your right leg and open your chest toward the sky. Exhale, turn your chest toward the ground. Inhale, pulse up. Exhale. Make sure that your right knee is going toward the same direction as your right toes. Last time. Cartwheel your hands down. Lift your back knee up. And step it outside of your left hand. Come into Malasana again. Press your elbows into your thigh bones. Once you feel like you get a good opening of your knees, start lift your elbows away from your thigh bones. So you give your space to your left knee. Just turn toward the ground and tap it down. And bring back up. And tap your right knee down. And tap your left. this whole time that continue to press your knees open. So even when you're tapping your knees down, you still feel like you're working on to open them to the sides. And exhale, hands down. Parallel your feet. Inhale, lengthen your spine, Ardha Uttanasana. And exhale, fold over the legs. Right all the way up. Exhale, hand through your heart center by the side. Inhale, lengthen your spine, arms up. Exhale, side bend to the left. Left hand grab your right wrist. And start turning your right shoulder down so your chest is facing down toward the left side of you. So you're giving this right side body, right upper side body a stretch. That's when we start the practice. And reaching long to those right fingertips. And press into the right foot. And turn your chest forward again. And lift back all the way up. We'll do second side. Side bend to the right side. And turn your chest toward the ground to the right. Press into the left foot. And reaching to the right side to your left fingertips. Turn your chest facing forward again. And lift all the way up. Next, hand to your heart center by your side. Come to the front of your mat. We move through some flow, the based moon salutation. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, step your left foot back. And spin down your left foot. So the edge of your left foot is parallel to the shoulder edge of your mat. Right hand inside of your right foot. Press your right thigh bone into your right upper arm bone. You can bring a block if that's too far away from you, the ground too far away from you. You can bring a block and rest your hand on the block. Press your right shoulder down and away from your ear. And lift up your left shoulder toward the ground. Turn your rib cage toward the sky. Use a push of your right upper arm bone to open that right knee. And use a push into that right hand to come all the way up into Warrior Two. Continue push open that right hip by pointing your right knee slightly open. And reverse warrior. Carry both hands down. Step your right foot to the back into high plank. Knees up or down. Move to your chaturanga. You can come into Bhujangasana or upward facing dog. And we'll all meet in downward facing dog. Step your left foot forward. Spin down your right heel. Your right foot parallel to the shoulder edge of the mat. Left hand inside of your left foot. Extend your right arm up. Create a distance between your left thigh bone and your left upper arm bone. Side angle. Push into that left palm so much that it's gonna lift yourself all the way up into Warrior Two. Reverse your warrior. And cover both hands down, frame your left foot, and step your right foot forward. And rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart center. That's one side. We do another side. Inhale, arms up, and fold over the legs. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, step your right foot back. Spin down your right foot. Left hand inside your left foot, side angle. Make sure you create the opening of the hip first before you move into Warrior Two. And push up, Warrior Two, reverse. Now exhale, both hands down. Step your left foot back. Move to your chaturanga. Spread your collarbones in the back bend of your choice. Now exhale, we'll meet in downward facing dog. Step your right foot forward. Right hand inside of your right foot. Press your right upper arm bone into your right thigh bone. Left arm up. Side angle. Press all the way up. Bend into the right leg and reverse. Cover your both hands down. Step your left foot to meet with your right. Fold over the legs and rise all the way up. Hand to heart center. We'll float through one more round together. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Next, step your left foot back. Spin down left heel. Right hand inside of the right foot. Extend your left arm up into side angle. Press into the pinky edge of the left foot. And press all the way up into warrior two. Flip your front palm. Reverse your warrior. Cover your both hands down. Step your right foot to the back into high plank. Take a big inhale in high plank. Max your knees up or down. Move to your chaturanga. Now exhale, we'll meet in Ardha Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Step your left foot forward. Move your left hand inside of your left foot. Bend into left leg, extend your right arm up. And push all the way up. Flip your front palm, reverse warrior. And cover both hands down. Step your right foot forward. Rise all the way up. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, step your right foot back. Spin down your right heel. Side angle to the right side. Push all the way up. Reverse. Cover your hands down. Step your left foot back. Take a big inhale. Exhale, move to chaturanga. Inhale, pull into back bend of choice. Exhale, push your tailbone up toward the sky. Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Bring your right foot to the front. Last time. Side angle on this side. Rise all the way up. Into warrior two. Reverse. Exhale, hands down. Step your left foot to meet with your right. And rise all the way up. Hand to heart center and stay here this time. Give yourself a moment here to catch your breath and to reflect the change of salutation compared to the usual traditional salutation we do. It is a change, but yet it still has the same repetitive pattern. Notice how your mind reacted to it. And bring your feet as wide as the mat. Maybe your toes, turn your toes slightly out. And start slowly lower your hips down into Malasana. You can stay in this Malasana. You can create some bind on each side. And if you like to try crow pose, for the people who has never done crow pose before, it's probably easier to get yourself onto a block. Get your feet onto a block and bring your hands down shoulder distance in front of you, and hug your knees into your upper arm bones, even into your armpit, and lift your tailbone up, and lift up one foot, lower it down, and another. Once you feel you have a good grip in your hands, you can lift both feet up and pull your heels into your sit bone. Keep hugging your elbows towards each other, just like in chaturanga. Bakasana, crow pose. Whenever you're ready to come out of Bakasana, clasp your hands and roll your wrist around to release the tension. And whatever way you'd like, we'll meet in downward facing dog. Take your time to arrive there. Give yourself a moment if you feel like you need to stay in child pose or other places on your way to downward facing dog. Once you're in downward facing dog, lift up your left leg, open your left knee, left hip, and draw your left knee into your left elbow. Inhale, extend your left leg, open again. Press into the left palm so you're not opening your chest to the left side. Your chest still facing toward the ground. Next, draw your left knee to your left elbow. Last time. This time, step your left foot to your left hand. Right hand down, bend into your left leg. Extend your left arm up into the sky, simple twist. Press into your right palm. Release your right shoulder down away from right ear. Rotate your ribs toward the sky. Lift up the back of your right leg toward the sky as well. Take one more big inhale. Now exhale, start slowly shimmy your left foot to the mid of your mat. And exhale, drop your hips down. Inhale, lift your hips up. Left arm by your left ear. Reaching toward the front to your left fingertips. Now exhale, lower it down. One more time. And this time when your hips are down, bring your left hand to the ground as well. Push into both palms. This is tricky, and each side differs so much. My left hip is not as open as my right, so it might look weird on the screen. But continue to press that left knee, left hip open, and see if you can lift up your right leg slightly away from the ground. It's not going to be much movement. Release it down. Let's try to lift twice more. Once you're done, press into right palm again and step your left foot back, stack over your left foot, extend the left arm up into side plank, lift your hips up, bring your left hand down into high plank. Find your high plank, be on your knees as well. And everything stay the same, but lower your hips to the left side. Press into your right palm so chest still facing down. Bring back to center. Lower your hip to the right side. Back to center. And twice more on each side. And turn back into side plank on your right palm again. Option to step your left foot to the front directly, or you can lift up your left foot and draw your left knee into your chest and step it to the front. If you have 2 blocks, find them in this runner's lunge. If you do not have them, good luck. You can get 2 books, or your hands can touch the ground, hopefully. If you have the blocks or whatever you're touching, reach your arms toward the front so long that you feel your upper body is like a balloon. Shift weight into your left foot and lift up your right leg into supported warrior 3. Press into both palms. Press the back of your right leg towards the sky. And now exhale, bring your right foot down. And cross your left ankle over your right knee. Sit into figure 4. Your hands can still be on the blocks. Once you grab a steady foundation on your right foot, see if you can lift your palms away from the blocks and create a prayer in front of your heart. Find a steady point in front of you to focus on. Lower your hips down. And right all the way up. Step down your left foot. Roll around your right ankle. Come standing in the front and step back with your right foot. And walk yourself to the right side of the mat. And side bend into your right leg. Straighten your left, Skandasana. And bend into your left. Straighten your right, point your right toes toward the sky. Switch between side to side. Next time when you bend into your left side, create a side angle again. Left hand inside of left foot. Press your left up arm bone into your left thigh bone. Send your right arm up. Option to flip your top palm and create a half bind here. Bring your right palm on top of your low back, or even slide it into your left hip. If you have the block, you can grab the block and bring it about 6 inches away from your left pinky toe and launch into warrior 2 by lifting up your right leg. Open your chest toward the left side. Press into the right heel, flex your right foot. Use the right side of your right leg to lift itself up. Lower your right foot down. Extend the arms out. Come into warrior 2. Reverse your warrior. And cover your both hands down. And step your left foot back. Drop your knees down. Keep your knees wide open. And push your hips down into your heels into Balasana, child pose. Push yourself into downward facing dog again. And this time we'll lift up your right leg and open the right hip. And draw your right knee into your right elbow. Open the right leg. Right knee to right elbow. Last time. Step your right foot, just right hand, left hand down, and twist open to the right side. Press into the left hand. Keep moving your left shoulder away from your left ear. So your chest stay open. And start shimmying your right foot to the center of the mat, to the midline of the mat. Come up to the pinky edge of your left foot. Extend your right arm by your ear. Exhale, lower your hips down. Inhale, push your hips up again. Exhale, lower your hips down. Last time. This time when your hips is down, lower your right hand to be about shoulder distance away from your left. And press into both palms. And maybe lift your left knee, your left foot slightly away from the ground. And lower it down twice more. Press into your left palm again. And step your right foot back on top of your left. Release your right hand down, come into high plank. And this time, bend your legs, and push your hips towards your heels. Come back into high plank. And bend your legs, your knees to the left side. Push your hips toward your heels. Twice more on each side. And this time, come back into side plank on your left palm. You can step your right foot directly forward. Option to lift up your right leg and draw your right knee into your chest and step it to the front. Find the blocks if you have them. Reach your palms forward. Shift weight into the right foot. Use the strength of the back left leg. Lift all the way up into supported warrior 3. Palms pressing with the blocks. Engage the center of your torso. Next, release your left knee down and cross your right ankle over your left knee. Press open the right knee. You can stay here for the supported figure 4. You can also bring your palms as prayer in front of your heart. Keep pressing open the right knee. Press it toward the ground so you're creating space in your right hip. Sit your hips lower. Find this steady spot in front of you to focus on. Come all the way up. Step your right foot down. Roll around your left ankle. Step your left foot back and turn yourself towards the left side of your mat. Bend into your left leg, straighten your right. This time you can gather your hands in front of your heart and bend into the right. Skandasana with your hands away from the ground. You can totally lift them on the ground if you feel like you need support. But it's always leave some space for you to challenge yourself as well. When you bend into your right leg, create a side angle again. Bring your right hand inside of your right foot. Lift up your left palm. An option to flip your left palm and bring it to the top of your right thigh or your low back. Continue, rotate, open your chest. Bring your hand or the block about 6 inches away from your right pinky and launch into Warrior Two. Use the strength of the left leg, the outside of the left leg to lift yourself up. Flex your left foot firmly. It's almost like you're stepping that left foot into the wall behind you. And step it down lightly. Warrior Two. Reverse your warrior. And cover your hands down. Step your right foot back. Drop your knees down, widely open, and push your hips toward the heels. Balasana. Child pose. Whenever you're ready, come into downward facing dog again. Lift up your left knee up and open the left hip. And bring the left foot to the left hand. Extend your left arm up, twisting to the left side. And shimmy your left foot to the midline of the mat and drop your hips down. Lower your hands down so your hands are about shoulder distance. And press into your palms. You can stay here, do what we did in last round. But if you want to funk up your practice a little bit, press your palms. Draw your right knee into your chest. Then extend your right leg to the right upper corner of the mat. So you're in Skandasana now. Bend into the right leg. And bend into the left. And draw the right knee back to you. And extend to the back. You're coming back to your, down to your right hip. That is one round. We'll do 2 more rounds like that. Draw your right knee into your chest. And extend it to the front. Bend into the right leg. Bend back into the left. And draw it back to your chest. And extend your right leg long. One more time. This is difficult, so take your time, especially if your hips are not used to this kind of mobility. And we'll meet in side plank on your right palm. Lift up your left foot and draw your left knee into your chest and step your left foot to the front. Into runner's lunge and lower down your right knee. Come up onto the pinky edge of your left foot and use your left hand to push open the left knee. Close up your right and left knee again. Lift your back knee up. Reach your hands forward on the blocks or on the ground. And lift your back knee up into supported warrior 3 or gather your hands in front of your heart. Warrior 3. Reaching long to the crown of your head. Step into the back heel. And lower down your right foot. Cross the left knee, left ankle of your right knee. And sit into figure 4. Your body might be different. You might not need the blocks in warrior 3, but you might need it in this figure 4. So don't hesitate to give yourself the support if you feel like you need it. Option to stay in this figure 4. Option to twist to the right side. Bring the left elbow to the bottom of the left foot. Press. Use the resistance between the palms to rotate your chest open to the right side. Keep pressing the left knee down to the left side. And slowly come out. Step your right foot back. Curl your feet and lower down, right leg fold forward. We're just passing by here. Bend into your left leg. Create a side angle again. Right arm up. Option to flip your palm, create half bind. Option to thread your left arm underneath your left leg and clasp your hands behind you for full bind. Keep pressing into the pinky edge of the right foot. Rotate your chest open. Option to stay here. Option to release the bind. Left palm 6 inches away from your left pinky. Launch into warrior 2. Option to draw the left hand close to your chest. Only after you found the steady spot to focus on. Land your back foot lightly down. And open your arms. Reverse your warrior. Both hands down. Step into high plank. Lower your knees down. Push into child pose. Come all the way up into downward facing dog. Last round. Open your right leg and draw your right knee into your right elbow and step it down. Twist to the right side. Step your right foot halfway and lower your hips down. Lower your right hand down about shoulder distance away from your left. And draw your left knee into your chest and extend your left leg to the front. Flex your left foot, bend into your left leg, straighten your right, bend into your right, and draw your left knee into your chest again, and extend straight toward the back. Twice more like that. A lot of cracking. Step your right foot back and press into side plank. Lift up your right knee and draw your right knee into chest and step it to the front. Lower your back knee down. Open your right knee to the right side. Come up to the pinky edge of your right foot. Use your right hand to press your right knee open. Come back to center. Lift your back knee up. Reach your hands to the front. Could be on the ground or on the blocks. And launch into warrior three. Gather your hands in front of your heart. Remember the feeling of your core when you were in table pose, but your knees slightly lift away from the ground. Use the same part of you to lift yourself up in warrior three. Lower down your left foot. Cross your right ankle over your left knee and sit into figure four. Twist to the left side and bring the right elbow to the bottom of your right foot. Keep pressing open that right knee. Slowly come out and step your left foot back and fold over to the left side of the mat. Come into side angle, bend into your right leg, left arm up. Option to create a half bind or full bind. Wherever you are, continuous rotate your rib cage towards the sky and spread your collarbones. You can stay there. If you like to launch into warrior two, release from the bind. Lift up your left leg. Option to draw your right hand into your chest. Lightly land down your left foot. Reverse your warrior. Next, your hands down. Step your right foot back. Lower your knees down. Push your hips towards your heels. So if you feel like your energy is not matching with your practice at this point, stay in your child pose. But if you feel like you have more energy to burn out, you can come into figure four again with your right knee open. You can add that twist. And if you like to proceed to grasshopper pose, from there, bring your hands down onto the ground, shoulder distance, and extend your left leg long. In between, you can rest in child pose. Just like what we did after crow pose, you can rotate your wrist to release the tension. And only when you're ready, we'll try second side. Come standing on your right leg. Cross your left knee, your left ankle over your right knee. Come into figure four. Option to add that twist. Option to come to grasshopper on this side. Wherever you are, come into seated. Extend your left leg long and cradle your right leg close to you. Just rock side to side. Then rest the right foot in your left hip crease. Flex your right foot. Press your right knee towards the ground for half lotus. Ardha Padmanasana. You can start let your gaze soften again, since we are moving toward the end of the practice. As we always say, our asana practice is a container for our practice off the mat. By creating all these unfamiliar shapes today, we're bringing changes into our practice. So we get used to changes. So that way in the life, when we're facing changes, we do not just react badly. Instead, we have the capacity to respond to it. You can stay in half lotus a little bit longer. But if you like to add, because we did not do too much of hamstring stretch today, if you like to add a little bit hamstring stretch, you can grab your right big toe with the right peace fingers, just kick out the right leg, bend it in, kick it out, and you can just open your hips as well. Make use of the space that we created through the practice today. And when you're ready, we switch side. Extend your right leg long, create a cradle with your left leg. Just rock side to side. Then rest the left foot in your right hip crease. Flex your left foot. My left side is so much tighter, so I'm gonna just add a block here as support. Underneath your left knee, you can do the same thing. And let your gaze soften. Option to stay in half lotus, or you can grab your left big toe with your left peace fingers and extend your left leg out straight. And rock side to side. And whenever you're ready, come all the way down to your back. Slide a block underneath your sacrum. I'm going to supported bridge. And to open up our front body a little bit even more after those folding forward, you can extend your legs forward. So we're stretching the front side of us now. Whenever you're ready, slide the block away. And spread out your legs, your arms. You can cover your pelvis area with a blanket to feel more grounding. Soften your gaze, or even close your eyes if you haven't done so. Let the changes lying with you. Let your practice with changes lying with you. And simply be here in Shavasana. If you're not rushing to anywhere after the practice, please feel free to stay in your Shavasana. If you're ready to come out, start wiggling your toes, your fingertips. And carefully bend one leg and another. Roll up onto one side. And support yourself into a comfortable seated pose with eyes still closed. Gather your hands in front of your heart. Take one big inhale. Exhale, let it all out. One more big inhale followed by Cast your gaze down and bow your head toward your heart. And slowly blink open your eyes. Thank you so much for practicing with me tonight. If you have any questions regarding today's theme or the postures, feel free to reach out to me. I'll see you next week.